Hi.
Hi.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh.
Some of us are more excited about it than others.
I don't know about that, baby.
Tonight, great episode.
Do you like horror? Do you like horror movies? Do you like horror-themed Funko Pops? I don't, but I know who does.
We've got a special guest tonight who knows all about it. We might have a drink. We might have a snack. Come join us.
Bye. Hi, everyone.
And here we are.
And here we are back at the table. A table.
A table, yes. You've got Geeks in the Wild today. We are on location in our good friend Rob's basement, which is a pretty good basement as well.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You think I got everywhere. This is loaded. I mean valuable collectibles.
Yes.
Valuable collectibles.
Exactly.
Not hoarding at all.
Nope. As we always say, we like to reference our good friend Julie, who says as long as you display it, you're not hoarding, you're collecting. So good job.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Yes, yes.
And
you
we'll,
know Julie.
and we'll put some of this close up so you can see just how great it is, just how great the collection is. And today we are going to be talking about horror Funko Pops, horror specific. And that's something that I don't do. I collect Funko, as everyone knows. But so does this one. And it's a specific genre that I'm very curious about how it all stopped. Oh, you want me to stop? How it all started with this one, with Rob. And we'll get to that in a minute, but I'm getting so thirsty.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned it. Today we're having a pumpkin ale from one of our favorite breweries in Chicago, Printers Row. And this is their seasonal pumpkin ale. Just came out last week at their Fall Fest. It's called Nevermore. And I know what it tastes like. But we're going to see what the others think.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but Nevermore is the connection.
Yeah,
Edgar
happy
Allan Poe.
Halloween. Yeah.
Ooh, happy Halloween, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
I like that glass.
And
I almost drank without you. Sorry.
Oh,
I forgot
sorry.
you had to
Sorry.
pour.
No,
Sorry. One more time.
cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
That's festive.
Delicious.
Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that, because I love Printers Row, which they all know. But it is delicious. It's 7%, which I also appreciate a healthy percentage
Yeah.
on a beer. If I'm going to put the work in, let's make it worth it. But Nevermore and tied to Edgar Allan Poe and Halloween. We're going to be talking about horror movies and things today. But the real reason we invited Rob for this particular episode at this particular time is because he also loves Halloween.
I do.
Yes, and he goes above and beyond, and right here, after we do this quick sentence, I'm going to show you the front of his house because it is decorated just in an amazing, insane way.
It's
so take a
awesome.
look. So, as we also like to do when we're having a little drink, we also like to...
Oh, have a little snack. So it's not, it's not bloody eyeballs or bloody fangs. It's something fun that I enjoy. But it's in the shape of a bat. Some sour bats.
Fun.
You want to try it?
I would love to.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see if we like it. But yeah, I never saw the sour gummies in the shape of a bat. Why wouldn't we?
I love a gummy.
Here.
I love a gummy too. I love Halloween. So I pretty much love everything about it.
Except for actual bats.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
huge.
adorable.
They're fine. They're very helpful. I get it. But I don't want it in my hair.
This is like 3 gummy bears
Oh,
in one.
thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
So as we chew, 3 flavors. Orange and blackcurrant, green apple and blackcurrant, and cherry and blackcurrant. Wow.
I think my green apple was spoiled.
I am a huge gummy
Why?
fan.
What happened?
Really tart.
Yeah. I'm a huge gummy fan, but I actually would say you lose the benefit. It's so sour.
It's pretty sour.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Right.
I was gonna say I don't really like sour candy, but
Oh.
I love gummies, so I thought maybe.
Well, it's
thank
better
you.
than an oyster or a fish. in a
For
can.
sure. Thanks so much.
And then, lastly, monsters. Monsters
Cute.
as peeps. Really Frankenstein. Now, I love Frankenstein. And I have questions about that later
Okay.
because I see no Frankenstein.
I know it's hard.
Okay.
I appreciate the classics, but
Well, we'll talk about it.
yeah.
Let's try this.
3 in a box. How convenient.
Get it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
It's the guest
And,
episode box.
and as we all know, not to be a big nerd, can you pull it for me? They're all
Sure.
connected.
Sure.
This is actually Frankenstein's monster,
Yes.
not Frankenstein.
Why?
Because Frankenstein is Dr. Frankenstein. I hate to be too nerdy, but it's not. He's not Frankenstein.
He's not wrong.
Right. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like it. I like a good peep.
I like
like
the
the bunny.
too. Mm-hmm. What's not to love?
Let me wash this
Yep.
down.
Wash that down.
Now, out of all the tastings, I do enjoy this. I don't
good.
necessarily like flavored beers, but this is seasonal. This is very light enough, and it finishes with, like, I don't know, cinnamon. But let me ask them when we tag them and tell them to look, and you're buddies with them more so than I.
Well, at least in my own head.
He would like to work there, so write in,
Oh.
or you write in.
Yeah.
I
Be a
digress.
taster. Wouldn't that be a great gig?
Oh my god. I think you already are, just unpaid.
Sort of.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I pay for it.
You're paying them to taste it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's begin with horror, Halloween, things like that. So I'm going to start with you because you're our guest
Okay.
And our expert. Really.
and our expert. I mean, my questions really start very simply. What was your first Halloween horror item that you got? I guess let's bring it back to Funko item. What was your first Funko item you got that's horror?
Well, some people may or may not remember. My first Funko item was actually that bobblehead over there, Freddy Krueger, given to me by a friend who collects Funkos in mass. But I don't know, she didn't remember completely. But yes, I think this was from you. And
Maybe.
at first I was like, love it. It was a complete one-off. I didn't think that the collection would go anywhere. And I do have a Jason up there as well that I think came later from you at a maybe later date. And then
So generous.
I know.
You really are. What a good gift giver.
yeah.
Thank you.
But then I kind of got jealous of Laura's collection of Funkos. I loved them. Her characters weren't necessarily ones that I wanted to fill my basement with. But then all of a sudden, there were like, I don't know, 8 different horror ones. And I thought, what a lovely contained collection. I will get all 8. So I started getting them, and it started with Freddy Krueger. I got Jason. I had to... a lot of them were already gone, like came out and were all sold out and hadn't been redone yet. So I ended up getting a lot of them out of box and on eBay. And Ghostface from Scream was a hard one to find at the time. Leatherface was hard to find. Pinhead, love me some Hellraiser.
I mean, who doesn't?
I know, also hard to find.
People call me a Hellraiser, but not the same way. But that brings up a great point. So you started getting them, as I did, out of box. My first one was from eBay. It was a Batman. I'm like, I don't care about these boxes.
Yep, I did.
But then, are you, as you collected, are you keeping some of them in the box?
Well, maybe you should hand me that one.
All right.
So
I'd love to.
I have not kept a lot in the box. I have kept the boxes, but this is my first one. This is Terrifier. The third movie just came out the other day, and this released, and I casually got online and happened to buy them in the 2-minute window that coincidentally was available to us. And the chase came.
So you bought 6, 1 and 6 in theory, because I don't know if it's 100% stamped. If you know, please tell me. That's one of those unknowns. But you did get the chase.
I did get the chase. One of the 6 was a chase. I sold the other ones to friends. I have the common right there. But anyway, I decided to keep this one in the box because the value was going up so quickly, and now he's worth, I don't know, do we say values on here?
You can.
Sure.
At print time, about $250, which I have a real hard time. I'm a collector, but money talks.
Right.
So if anybody's looking to buy,
It sounds to me like money talks and Art the Clown walks.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I love him so much, though. Isn't he adorable?
He is
It's pretty
adorable.
cute.
I mean, I can't help it, but I like the bloody ones. So
I don't know anything about it. Where's another bloody one that we have? This Jaws. What do we have?
some of my favorites. Jaws is also bloody.
All right, pause on that.
Okay.
But let's get this Scooby Doo out of the thing.
Okay.
We just put it here because that's about as scary as we get.
Yeah.
So we thought it was funny because, whoa, Scooby Doo, where are you? We'll
And
type it
scary.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We won't copyright, but sure.
rats.
Oh,
So here's some blood on
here's
this
some
one.
blood. Thank you.
I mean, Jaws, I wanted you to pause because if I had to pick a scary movie, not Scooby-Doo or whatever, Jaws would be it for me with the music and the time it came out and Spielberg and blah, blah, blah. I did enjoy that. I think it's a 4th of July movie rather than a horror movie.
I mean, Rob and I have talked a lot because I also am not a huge horror movie person. But for me, like, Jaws is such a great combination of action and horror that it really lives in both worlds.
It does.
To where, like, I do watch Jaws.
Yeah.
And Jaws is a great movie. It's undeniably a great movie.
And it's hard as somebody who loves horror and obviously some, far end horror as well. It's hard when somebody says, "What's your favorite horror movie?" And my heart wants to say Jaws is in the list, and it's got horror elements, like you said. But when you come to my house, you will get the horror element
Yeah.
in the pop. So anyway, this one also a Christmas gift from you.
Wow. I like to
I know.
perpetuate,
Good
I love
gift
it.
giver.
This was a
really.
good find. I really appreciated it. Clearly,
Yeah,
but
that's good.
Quinn getting eaten. It's amazing.
Yeah, and if that was in the box, that would be worth maybe 60 or 70 just
Yeah.
alone.
I did
But
not keep that box.
I also tell people to get it out of the box, enjoy it.
Yep.
Now, who is this fine-looking lady?
So that is a custom,
Not a Funko.
not a
Not
Funko.
Is it a lady?
It's a lady.
It is a lady.
That's Jason Voorhees' mom.
She was actually the star of last year's Halloween. party.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so
Last
good.
year the theme was Friday the 13th, and she was on a table, her little severed head. God rest her soul, but she was a murderer. So
For sure.
She was a murderer? I thought Michael.
she's the original
or Jason.
Friday the 13th killer.
Who's Friday the 13th?
No spoilers, I
Jason?
think. I think at this
Michael?
point.
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
It's okay.
Huh?
Jason, this is Jason.
Who's
Yeah.
Michael?
Thank
That's
God.
Halloween.
Yes.
But who's that?
So this is one of the things that I really like. Funko's doing glow in the dark
Totally.
line of horror characters, and of course Michael Myers was one of the first, and he's my favorite. So, but love him under the black light. I've got Chucky, Elvira. There's a Xenomorph, etc.
So that's from Friday the 13th.
No, this is from Halloween.
Halloween. With Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes,
Who we love.
Who
Didn't you meet her
Definitely love.
briefly? I think we had a little other conversation. I think I brought her up then.
maybe.
All right, well, let's just save it for that. So,
Well, but I think I'm going to interrupt
Okay.
because I think it is also, we say Rob is our expert, but Rob is also an actor who acted alongside Jamie Lee in the Halloween 4?
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
Which is, I don't know, the 7th or 8th movie
Right.
down the line, but it's the middle one in the David Gordon Green trilogy.
Exactly.
So
that's exactly
that-
what I was going to say. But it was now that's a movie I watched because my friend was in it.
Yes.
And boy, he just jumped right out at you. And we really, really loved it. We rented out a theater and all of us saw it together. It was a great time. It really was.
When he says actor, he means background actor. Which,
Right.
listen, I had a great time, and I was on set. Lots of other fun people. A lot of those people I'm still friends with today. So shout out to my Halloween Kills family.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, hashtag those folks.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
Right.
subscribe, guys.
Right.
So back to Freddie. I recognize him because he was burned in a fire.
He was.
See?
You
do
know
great.
things. I say all the time.
Now,
you know
what's
things.
with his little tiny?
Well, I just
Whatever
got some
this
of my favorites that come to mind immediately when somebody says, which ones do you like so much? But those are needles.
These are the needles
Yeah.
and not the blades.
No, that was, in a dream, of course, he can change into whatever the nightmare is. But in this particular nightmare, the victim was an addict, Karen, and she, or
From
Taryn,
Real
sorry.
Housewives?
No,
I think
Taryn.
Oh, sorry. I think Karen is too.
Different.
But it's different. Go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, he injects her with his fingers, or with his needle fingers.
So that's one of your favorites because
It really is.
It's very unique. Funko probably won't make 80 of these.
No, specific to that scene. I mean, they've got several Freddys. I've got several Freddys.
Okay.
But this is the only one that's like so specific to a scene where they've done him differently. Honestly, they do a lot of Freddy Krueger. They do a lot of Michael Myers, and they're also similar. I have a little table over there of just Michael Myers you can go through. There's a couple now where they've got like one where he's by the hedge, which is just a classic scene. And that hedge is still there, by the way. Out in California. You can go
Really?
stand next to it.
Did you?
I haven't, no.
Oh, man.
I've been to the house, but I haven't been to the hedge, so.
So, I mean, okay, with all of these movies we've talked about, I mean, are these your favorite? What's your top 2, 3, 4? I mean, what are your favorites? Horror movie.
So hard to choose.
Yeah,
Because a lot of it is based on my mood at the time. But if you ask my favorites, I have to go back to when I was growing up and, getting to see some of these in the theater, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is on the wall right here, was one of my first in-the-theater horror movies. And, oh my God, it changed everything. Like, it was not only that, but it was like, I did it. I was nervous, and I got through it. And then I was excited to tell everybody at school and share and other people who did it. And we shared our enthusiasm for having seen this movie. And then, of course, the fourth one came out. I loved them all. It's just one of those things.
I mean, a lot of times on a horror series, they might vary in quality from one to the other, but that doesn't mean the series is bad.
No,
Right.
There's something fun in all of them. Like you said, some are better than others. So.
Yeah, I mean, hashtag Star Wars. Am I right?
Am I right?
Yeah.
Changed my mind.
Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere about horror movies and people who like horror movies are they themselves thrill seekers. And I would call you that. There's nothing you won't do, any adventure, you'll tap on that door and do it. Whereas let's come back to the Scooby-Doo,
Mm-hmm.
I like in a safe environment or whatever. But I think you're a thrill seeker too, so I think that connection
True story.
is with horror movies too. I mean, do you like the scare?
And because Rob and I are very good friends, we, of course, have talked about this a lot. I like classic scary movies. Like, I like Dracula, 1976 or 77 with Frank Langella. Rob has introduced me into the Scream ones. I love those. I've always loved the Halloween ones. The place that I start to veer off is when it's more blood than story. And I
can understand that.
I felt like in 10 or 15 years ago we were really going that way. But I'll be honest, the last, 4 or 5 years, I feel like there's really been a turn back to some good. I mean, Stephen King's the vampire one that Salem's Lot just came out. I haven't watched it. Nosferatu is coming out. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, for me, it is a very small niche that I like. I don't want to be stressed for 2 hours. That's my thing.
Well, what about
I'm old and fragile?
I know. Honey.
Don't you feel better when you get through it?
Sure.
You've taken me to a horror movie before, and I was like,
did.
I'm like, this is not entertainment for me. I mean, there's a million things, and you'll see the pictures. Is there anything you want to say about Funko Pop collectors, horror collectors, how do they display? I mean, have you seen anything about...
I mean, because I do think we've talked a lot about displays, and you really have put in the work. I mean, you have beautiful displays, and
Thank you.
But you made these shelves, I mean,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
still have, I mean, you literally made I call them spice rack kind of configurations, but you literally made them.
I made this whole thing, actually.
Yeah.
And then
The innards and the
made
outers.
these little spice rack things and painted everything white. I've got a bag full of cubes, just random size cubes. They're all white, so as we get new things, we can stack them. And we just redid this because I relocated all my Star Wars pops because they became too numerous to a room of their own. So the horror
sounds
pops
like another episode.
expanded.
I
Yeah,
know.
right.
We have not done Star Wars yet. That's,
we have not, and that is something that is near and dear to all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Laura's got the best Star Wars collection, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. That
Pops.
Of Pops, yeah.
The Pops, yeah. But this one has the original toys. Do you have the original toys?
I have one from him because mine got
Yes,
mine all got
it's
donated. A good story of my parents, and then sorry, Dad, sorry, Mom. They made me donate all my Star Wars toys when we moved cross country, and I lost them all.
I mean, mine were played with hard. They
Yeah.
are not in collector shape, but they're near and dear to me.
We'll get them out. But
Yes.
back to the horror, back to the Halloween. Anything you want to say to the folks who collect horror too? I mean, besides selling your Art the Clown.
I probably won't sell them. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
I made
I
a
agree.
decision the other day that I should fight for financial reasons. Yet here he sits.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you worked hard for that,
I did. I know.
and it was a mystery whether or not it would work out, and
Yeah.
it worked out so beautifully. So it would be hard to get rid of it.
It is.
would.
Yes.
It's good memories.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love all the horror stuff, and the fact that it's becoming so much, I have to keep my collecting. I try anyway to keep it to one version of each character.
Okay.
So I have cheated on Michael Myers because let's be honest, Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time. It's just a classic. You can't get away from how good it is and how creepy it is and how there's no blood. And I keep telling this one here should be okay, but
I'm okay.
She's
It's not
okay.
going.
Oh my gosh, the
To
first
see it.
two are classic.
Yeah.
He's right. There is no blood. They are so good.
second one got a little, but the first one none, literally none. But it's creepy, so it gets to you. You're gonna be checking outside, making sure he's not there. But anyway. Yeah, so Halloween, honestly, that's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Well, what I would like to say, what Laura likes to say about Funko, call me. There's a lot of horror movies that you're not touching, and I know there's a licensing issue there, but one of my other favorite horror movies is The Descent. Oh my God, please do The Descent, Pops. There's all the cave dwellers and the spelunking girls, and like there's so much there.
Spelunking girls.
It's a cave horror movie.
They get
Very
They
claustrophobic.
get lowered down. Hence,
Excellent movie. You
hence
should
The
watch it.
Descent.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
but I mean, there's so many other movies to do besides the popular ones. I mean,
Well, they're out to make money, but yes.
I
mean,
know. They will though. Look at Terrifier.
Yes.
They just started releasing him, and I
And
mean,
not a huge name
Wildfire.
character at all.
That's
No.
not a huge thing.
He is now.
He is now.
Just is hitting a stride. When the second one came out, it was released unrated, so it was an independent release, and it made a lot of money still.
They just came out with a soda can of that. Do you know?
I heard about that.
That's-
Yes,
Thing.
but I'm trying to say I can't get a soda can because then I gotta get all the soda cans.
Totally.
She does know.
We're
Believe-
completists,
That's it.
people.
Believe me, she knows.
I gotta have rules.
All right. Well,
So
let's wrap this up. We can go all night.
We really could. Thank you so much for letting us into your home.
thank you for coming
And
over.
I really appreciate your love of Halloween and
Thank
how
you.
you really, really celebrate the holiday with your decorations. And he has a wonderful Halloween party.
It's lovely.
you.
It is really great. But
fun to do.
until next time, stay geeky.
Stay pickled.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Did you see me bless the bar? It's not really.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, so good. So many